Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time you're watching this. This video is gonna be kind of raw and uncut, right? Like I said in the previous video, the intro, majority of my content is gonna be from, good old Twitter. I'm there now, I'm looking for the tweet. Now, mind you, I'm going to preface all statements saying, I'm going to edit it. Hopefully I have this is wild, the tweet next to me here. And I'm trying to find it. So as you can see there, it should be the quote tweet on top is why I made this video versus what's underneath, right? It's not, I wasn't even triggered. This is not a trigger video. Honestly, this is a video of actual praise, something I've only seen literally for the second time. And I tweeted it. I'm like, this is what she wrote. That's literally the second time that since I've been on social media, that's a decade, where I've seen a woman check women in general to a topic that doesn't favor them. Second, 10 years. I was like, I may not be recalling other times, but as far as I'm concerned, as far as what popped up in my head, only twice. This is the second time in 10 years I've seen a woman check or hold other women just in general, accountable for their lack of accountability, right? So here's what background story. There's a video on Twitter of a man. First of all, here's another preface part two. What this man did was wrong. I'm at a mental health point where humiliation, public humiliation, all that, it's child's play, that's kid shit. Like, do what you gotta do, keep the shit moving, you know what I mean? So anyway, the man found out that this woman, I don't even know if they were engaged or even married, but they were living together for 3 years, right? Had a child. He found out the child's not his. He's always had doubt for 3 years. Child wasn't his. Found it out on her birthday. He served her the DNA papers saying it's not his, right? Like I said, child's play, man. You didn't have to record. You didn't have to post this to prove anything. That women are this and that and whatever. They're a black couple, so wasn't no need to do that. I don't agree with that. That's not healthy at all. But to move on, let's deal with the fact at hand. Now, of course, you already know the sisters was running to the aid, like I said with this tweet, right? For some reason, in a woman's brain, it made sense to attack the man. Like, other than attacking how he went about it, posting it on social media, how is he in the wrong in any like before he hit tweet that blue button? How is he in the wrong in any capacity, right? You're in a relationship, you cheat on him in the relationship. Pre-birth, you don't tell him about that to put him on game so he can actually do what he needs to do to be sure, right? You have the baby, and he raises someone that's not even in his bloodline whatsoever for 3 years, spending his money, time and energy, resources on someone that's not his, right? I'm not gonna argue the whole women say, oh, it doesn't matter, it's his, you built the bomb. That's another one she said, bro. Can't go down that rabbit hole. There's nothing to argue, right? That's just in the most primal nexus of our brain and our genetic code. We care for our own, right? Family. It's a tribe. If you're not mine, you're just not mine. But anyway, I'm moving on to the accountability part. I'm trying to get props here. So, and there's a lot of other talk about how there are people saying, well, you should have known. If you had doubts, you should have figured out year one. But I don't know how many times I've seen it on social media where if you even bring up illegitimacy or you bring up any fact of mistrust or dishonesty upon a woman and being pregnant, that causes a whole issue among the house. Ladies, understand, we as men, there's some things we aren't going to bring up in the household to keep the household level, to keep it even, zen and centered. Like, there are some issues we even try to communicate it to the best of our ability, most commonly, you guys are gonna cause a problem. Fellas, if that happens, listen to me. This happens to you. If you can communicate clearly and healthily, if that even is a word, and she starts to going off the reins, starts yelling, screaming, what are you talking about? What are you doing with that? Why are you talking about that? That ain't even important. Oh, you accusing me? What are you doing? I'm telling you from experience, I swear to God, right hand of God, that person is either doing what they trying to tell you they're not doing, or they're in the realm of doing that, or they're stirring some shit up. They're gaslighting you, period. That you're being gaslit, and they're trying to keep you away from this double life they're living. So if you calmly, I'm telling you, if you do it in the right way and read up on, there's a book called Crucial Conversations. I encourage all the fellas to read it, right? There's a way to approach someone in something you want to know. And if you do it correctly and that person is automatically going off on the handle as if it's a signal to you're getting too close to exactly what they're telling you, you shouldn't be worried about, right? If there's nothing to worry about, why are you so triggered? Why are you so angry, right? Especially if you have been proven of being a trustworthy person and you're just trying to clarify some things and have an honest conversation. What's there to be triggered about? Why are you yelling? Why are you so on the defensive, right? It's because you're getting close to something. All right, anyway, back once again to the topic at hand. Now, ladies, I really can't comprehend on what you could protect a woman for. This woman is just in the wrong, period. Now, the other factor is how you guys could create defenses for this woman. How? Why? Why is it so hard to either A, be accountable, or B, hold your sisters accountable on any playing field, like in any capacity? What does it do? Like, it doesn't hurt. Like, your heart won't be set aflame, your tongue won't be cut out of your mouth. It's okay, and it's gonna help you all, each other, to be better. My whole point about the podcast is to help us be better and help us be accountable. And then inadvertently, that's gonna help our relationship with our women, right? That holds true to you women. Like, I promise you, it's only gonna make y'all better. Like, holding each other accountable and just going, you could just go at each other's throat, like check each other. It's really not a problem. Now, what I will say is that there are women that do it, clearly. And I know some women I've met in the past that say, that's all we do. That's all me and my group of friends, like, we hold each other accountable. Do I believe it? I mean, I don't see it. I choose to believe it at this point because I just want best for my people. But yeah, I don't see it. I don't believe it until I see it. I'm not gonna lie, how stupid and how childish it sounds, I don't believe women hold each other accountable until I see it. I just assume y'all get together and yes it up and sis it up and figure out how to get scapegoats for each other any way possible, because it's all I see, right? Here's another point where please spare me, okay? Y'all need to shut up with this shit. I can't be healthy with this point because I'm tired of seeing and hearing it. Quit telling people, oh, it's the people you follow. Quit following. Quit unfollow them. It's the company you keep. Clearly, ladies, you need to watch the company y'all keep because none of you are freaking accountable. But anyway, to a certain extent, yeah, y'all right. Let's say I unfollow all those people. On Twitter, there's something that's called retweeting, and there's some people who I know would retweet these instances anyway. So either way, I'm going to see it. On Instagram, that's different. You're right. I certainly don't follow people of this magnitude we're talking about. But as far as Twitter goes, really nothing you can see. People are going to retweet, like, and repost the people in some capacity. I'm going to see it. Okay? Got it? Got that clear? Anyway, I'm about the conversation of black men and black women getting to a point of understanding at least and respect. That's it. I'm not for us having points of contention anymore. Like, we need to stop nitpicking at each other for one. And ladies, I'll say it once again, there's nothing wrong for being held accountable. I mean, just, yes, it should be done in a respectful way. That's the number one thing I always hear. Oh, you always gotta down talk to black women. You're right, black men do that. That shit needs to stop, period, right? And one thing I've understood about having a therapist is there's a certain way you need to come with women. You cannot come with any type of Women don't do off logic, you do off emotion, right? You can't come with straight logic and reason. You have to soften it up. You have to come with some emotion. You have to come with love. You have to lead with love. I'm gonna put a hashtag up on that. You have to with women. I can't just come to you and say, hey, you have an attitude. Can we work on this? You have to come in there and say, hey, there's something I would like to talk to. Are you okay? Are you in the right mental space to talk about this? I would like to talk about how you react to certain things and how you and I could work on better communication and work on how when we talk about certain topics or subjects that may be a point of contention, we can talk about it in a healthy manner, right? I don't like how you come too quick to anger. I don't like how you speak to me sometimes. It's very disrespectful. It's kind of attitudinal. That's it, fellas. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to do that. I'm telling you, I specifically wasn't into doing that. I was like, I'm not doing all that shit. Get your shit. You got a problem, I'm gonna tell you about it, and you gonna work on it. You should work on it if you want to be in a relationship with me. It don't work like that, fellas. I'm sorry to say, whatever the train it is up on, unfortunately, you're going to have to acquiesce to that of a woman. They are of emotion first, so we gotta break this shit, improve our emotional intelligence. I'm gonna make videos about that too. This is something that just has to be done, fellas. Back to your ass, ladies. Continue to talk to each other about real topics and be unbiased. Just because both of y'all have the same sexual organs does not mean you cannot hold each other accountable. Never. Like, you can. It's not gonna break some relationships, and if it does, that person is probably borderline narcissistic and has little BPD traits. And I'm not saying you should leave a 10-year relationship alone. I'm just saying, let them know, like, okay, if you can't be objective and actually listen to some advice and information from friends you hold near and dear, if you can't even do that for me, someone you know for plus years, then you really got a problem. I mean, you might want to seek a little help or read some books. Just talk to each other, ladies. Like, it don't gotta be a cis fest all the time. Y'all not always right. Listen. You are not always right. It's okay. I'm not always right. Even some of this shit I'm talking now, majority of it I know because I have a therapist, you know what I mean? But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Bro, the hypocrisy. Why is it not okay to talk about the man's mental health and how he's traumatized, right? I know y'all gonna say, oh, brother. Oh, brother, this guy stinks! Oh, brother. But that's the exact reaction I expect, and that's the reaction I'm talking about as to why I created a podcast about men's mental health, right? Listen, we as men need to work on our emotional health, intelligence and health. We need to work on that. You need to get in touch with your emotions, fellas. Period. I'm sorry. It sounds soft, it sounds weak, whatever. That verbiage needs to be cut, and you need to get in touch with your emotional side. But what about the man's mental health? He's been traumatized. He's been led to believe that literally someone that's not even his bloodline came from him. He spent time, like, ladies, understand this. Men are logical and reasonable by nature, right? It's something embedded into our genetic code. On top of that, we've been socially programmed to believe this protector and provider bullshit. I've already made a video on that. So, yes, spending money means something, period. Just stop, just please stop. Women always bring that up as if it's quick. There's so many double standards and hypocrisy I be seeing. At first, it's all that matters. You gotta make 6 figures, you better have a degree, this house better be 2-story with 3-4 bedrooms, bad. Money matters up until it doesn't for y'all. Y'all get to pick and choose. So him spending money on his woman shouldn't matter because it's a child in their bond, but it matters when you gotta marry someone? I'm confused. I'm so confused. But anyway, you have that right. As a human being, you got a right to be wishy-washy. You got a right to be hypocritical. You got a right to exude pure double standards on your time, not on my time. We don't do that over here. But anyway, yes, money matters. We're a capitalist country if you haven't noticed. So money matters. Spending it matters. The ability to get it matters. Fluidity matters, right? He spent his money. Not only money, time. 3 years on a cheater and a liar with a child that's not related to you. Alright, energy. The man's emotional, mental health, right? He's traumatized. He could have PSD from it. And the woman who's like, oh, you created a bond. What about the child? That's even worse. You create a bond with someone that's not yours. And if the woman would have been straight up about it and been accountable and been truthful, you know, he wouldn't have to be going through this. He wouldn't even have to go through this psyche and try to piece it back together and figure out, dang, should I still be committed to this child that's not or even related to me? Like, shit, this woman is diabolical. She's a she could be, I don't know. I'm not a clinical psychologist, let me say that. I see sociopathic patterns though. How could you formulate in your mind to cheat on someone, lie, lay down with him again after that? He could have an STD. Come on, like, what are we doing right now? I'm so confused. There's so many. Bruh, he could have gotten an STD. And you lie, you lay down with the man again. Pregnant. I mean, he did a baby shower. He went to the hospital and lay there with you 12 plus hours. You pushing. Like, bruh. This woman is a borderline. I see borderline sociopathic patterns. And this man can have PTSD. I can shoot this from every angle. Anyway. My rant is over, man. Y'all have a good day. Ladies, be accountable. Fellas, be accountable and be more emotionally intelligent. Work on your emotional intelligence. Go read a book, right? Figure out how to have these conversations. I'm gonna put some books in the description. Fellas, check them out. Read them. Read, my people. All of us, read. That's it. Anyway, y'all have a good day, man. Check out the podcast. Videos coming soon. Links to everything in the description. Y'all know what y'all should do. Y'all have a good day. Peace.